Straw Hut Media.
Hey everybody, it's your host Mark J. Parker, and this is Release Date Rewind. Thanks so much for checking out this podcast brought to you by the Straw Hut Media Network and part of the You Run Podcast Network. In addition to listening to this wherever you like to pod, you can also watch on YouTube and on Spotify now. Hello! I'm a movie lover and a movie maker, and each episode I bring on a friend to celebrate milestone anniversaries in film. It's slowly warming up out there, and we have a hot comedy with lots of girl power to discuss on the show today. 25 years ago, in March 2001, Stutter from Joe and Butterfly from Crazy Town were the top songs. Michael Jackson, Aerosmith, and Queen were being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Battlefield Earth was winning the Golden Razzie, and most importantly, the movie Heartbreakers made a splash when it came out Oscar weekend. So, grab your friends, wear your wigs, your bustiers, and your wedding dresses. And if you'd like to watch or rewatch this movie before continuing, which I highly recommend, Heartbreakers is currently streaming on MGM+, Hoopla, Tubi, the Roku channel, and Philo. So you have options. All right, con artist families, love is pain, and dangerous curves are ahead. So it's time to rewind. All right, everybody, I am so excited to welcome, hello, Devin Lotfi from I Don't Want to Hear That, the podcast. He is back on Release Date Rewind. Hi, Dev.
Am I being heard? Hi,
you are being
guys.
heard loud and clear, baby. How you doing? I love your backdrop. If you're watching on YouTube,
Thank you.
Dev is showing cleavage like I asked him to,
because
we got the Heartbreakers pin, we got cleavage, we got
background.
Oh my gosh, Florida.
Oh, I don't have a cocktail. Maybe halfway through, I'll
okay, yeah, you can always
a
$3
martini. That's
Thank
what I
you.
want.
I wrote that in my notes. I was like I think he says $3.50. I'm like,
that's like when I go back to Baltimore and drinks are so cheap compared to LA. I'm like, yes, give me 20 of them.
Wow, I love that. Even when I go home, they're not that cheap. When I heard that, I was like, wait a minute. I guess it's supposed to be a little divey because they throw some shade. I know that like rich guy that comes in with his mom. They're like, oh, this is why we never go to these places, right?
Right,
but
right.
$3.
I know.
I was like,
well, I was thinking a lot about inflation
with
with this. I was like doing my math because I think worldwide it made 57 million, which is not bad for a comedy. These days, that would make anybody happy.
Oh, yeah.
It's just interesting because I think the budget was 35 million, which kind of a lot.
Substantial.
But it came in number one. And am I right?
It absolutely did, yes.
Yeah, and like that's something I've always just been like proud of as a fan. Like I know it sadly is more of an underseen cult movie. I wouldn't even say it's really found its place as a cult movie, but the fans that love it. Like it's not a Romy and Michelle level.
No, which the same director did. How funny, right? David Merkin.
How wonderful. Like two amazing, campy, queer, beloved.
What a career. And it's weird. David Merkin hasn't directed a movie since. Isn't that strange? He's still alive, I believe. I looked him up.
Has he done TV or anything?
Yeah, he still produces The Simpsons.
Do you really have to work again after you made the two best comedies of all time?
Right, right.
I hope he's getting enough coin to float the rest of life.
Yeah, as of 2025, let me see real quick while we're looking him up. Let's see. He was a producer on The Simpsons until, I guess, last year. So
The Simpsons, like Pauly G.
Right? There you go. Yes. Oh man, so much to catch up. We're going to talk more about Heartbreakers in a second. But first of all, with your background, you're making me think like, how's LA? How's life? What have you been up to? What are you enjoying lately?
Well,
how's everything?
It's funny. I have to tell your listeners who have heard me discuss the comeback before. I have a podcast called I Don't Want to Hear That. And I've had it for over 5 years. And it's all about the comeback and how it had its comeback a decade later. And I never thought when I started the podcast that there would be another season. I mean, that's all the fans ever talked about. But season 2 ended so wonderfully that it's a compliment to the show that I didn't want more. I didn't need more. I got
Right.
exactly what I wanted. I think
It ends. So I've been rewatching season 2 to get
Yeah,
excited. I
yeah.
rewatched season 1 last summer for the 20th. God, Dev, oh my God. I mean, I
Yeah.
just watched the episode where she makes the beef rollatini in the
Oh my
desert. Oh
gosh,
my
yeah.
God. Oh, I was getting so fired up on her behalf. But
Yeah, I
that
had
ending.
felt, yeah. Oh my gosh. So I had felt it in the air. I can't explain it. I had written a 20th anniversary piece. I had posted about the 20th. Even
Yes.
Lisa and Michael did their own interview saying, oh, we'll see if Val comes back. But it was like a couple weeks after the 20th at the end of June where the announcement came out. And I had just gotten off of a flight from Maryland, like a red eye. I was exhausted getting ready for work. And I was just like, oh shit. Like it was just like crazy.
Did you go to work that day? Could you go to work?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they thought I was having like a family emergency because I just like kept like checking my phone and like
Isn't it so funny when big news like that happens with like a new sequel or a new season? It's just like
there's really nothing to compare this trajectory to.
Yes,
I mean,
right.
at least as far as things I'm a fan of, or even I don't think any TV show has had. I mean, that long of a gap, sure, but not from just being one season.
Right.
One season and then
oh yeah. Because it was 2005 to then what 2014 was season 2,
Good job.
and now
and
2026. Yeah. So it was what 9 years and then 12 years. Wow. Oh my God, I can't believe it's been that long.
And I was kind of getting excited to just like wrap up the podcast, get the finale over with, talk to Lisa, and then it's like, oh Lord. But yeah, I did. I'll just let your listeners know. I got invited to set by Lisa and Dan Bukatinsky, and it just felt really good. I mean, you know what it's like. Podcasting can be a very tough thing. You need to find your passion. You're not bringing in. I mean, you're more successful than I. No, just kidding. But like yours is more broad, while mine is like
yours
focused
is laser focused.
Thing and to just be recognized for it and for the Instagram page and the content. It was just so nice. It was the closest I've ever felt to a dream come true. Really, going through Warner Brothers, getting picked up on the little golf cart, like it was like my Valerie moment. And she gave me the biggest hug. They were like, this is Devin from the podcast. She was like, I know what he looks like. And she was like, you get to see me mess up today. And then I'm in Video Village sitting behind Michael Patrick King, who's literally turning around and going, what do you think of that? And I was just
no,
like,
really?
Like, it was.
I wouldn't be able to speak.
I was like, go again. Lisa, you could do better. Yeah, let's try that
in
again.
Situations like that, when I am like having a pinch me moment like that,
I did pretty good. I did pretty good.
You did good? Okay.
I didn't want
get that like awkward dry mouth like
yeah, right? I think it's that kind of I think what can really beat your fear is knowing that your awkwardness would make the people feel even more like an audition, like when you're nervous, it's actually like making them feel a little uncomfortable.
Yes, you're so right.
About halfway through, Timmy, Michael Patrick King's assistant, who is an angel, he offered me a soda, and I was just like, sure. But then I'm like, Devin, you should not be sipping any caffeine. It was like a Diet Coke, and I'm like, But no, it all worked out. And then at the very end, everything was wrapping up, and before I know it, I'm just like bookended by Michael and Lisa, and they're just like looking at me, and we're talking, and that was the most like that was crazy.
And I feel like, did you just post a little snippet of that moment?
I didn't realize
who was recording or taking photos?
Timmy, Michael's assistant. Because that's the thing. I didn't want to ask, but he just starts kind of going at it, even with me and Lisa, because I got pictures. And he was like, honey, if I don't take these, they won't happen. And I'm like, okay, thank you. And like, obviously, you know what I mean? Like,
I love that. Yeah. Oh,
I'm really so thankful that he got kind of like these candid moments.
Yes. And when you were talking with them for like a bit, was it like a few minutes? Like, was it?
Yeah. And then that was funny because I had these little gift bags for them. And
that's so sweet.
And Michael like put his hand out, and Lisa was like, look at Michael just being greedy. And he was like, no, I'm trying to shake his hand. And I was like, oh, and I shook his hand, and he gave me a hug, and he said, thank you so much for the support. You come back whenever you want. So then I showed up the next day. And they were like, no, I'm just kidding. But it was very, it was very touching.
But no, you did come back. You made your comeback on the Comeback season 3.
Yeah.
You went back, towards the end of the season?
Yeah, and now I can officially say it because I had to sign an NDA.
Wow.
I mean, it's kind of a spoiler, but it's on the new trailer, like the trailer after the first episode.
Oh, okay.
I can say it. It's out there.
Yeah, say it.
Lance Barber was there the second time, and he
Wow.
remembered me because I had him on the podcast. So that was so fun to
good.
like. That was really neat. And
That's really neat.
yeah.
That is right there, like a real connection on set. Like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. Yeah.
He was, yeah. And some, I mean, it's not like anything's secretive, but some things, you know.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, because there's someone else I saw who has not been advertised at all, and I think that'll actually be on the next episode. But yeah, you know, I've even seen people like, oh, I wish they were all out. I want to binge it, and I'm like, why? We barely have gotten the comeback in 2 decades. Just, I love. I mean, yeah, of course you want more, but the week by week is so nice.
Yes,
Just,
I
like
am
old
right
times.
there with
like,
you.
It's
just like
it
old
soak
times.
it up.
It's so Valerie,
these
right?
journalists got all 8 already.
Yes. Well, I was listening to part of your episode with H. Alan Scott, who's so great. And I know you guys are good friends. I was listening to that, but I didn't want to listen too much because I was worried that like maybe I'd be spoiled or something.
For sure. Right? I was kind of Googling reviews, even though nothing, even if I have a critique about the comeback, it doesn't even matter. Like, I'm just so happy it's back.
Of course.
I don't look at it that way. But I was surprised that some reviews revealed something. So even I kind of regretted it. But yeah, I mean, like Lisa has said, it's been very cool that she officially said it's a blessing we were canceled when you look back now, because we're able to place Valerie in all these different landscapes of the entertainment industry. Yes. So now she's coming back to face AI, and yeah, we can talk about it after you watch it. But it's really,
I know, I'm so bummed.
It's
everybody
funny, but it's scary because you're watching it like this is becoming, you know,
which is so the comeback to make you laugh and kind of freak you out, you know, and just kind of scare you for you just.
Yeah, make you I've had plenty of friends that have said I just couldn't do it, and I don't get mad at them. Like, I always know
they couldn't do what they couldn't
like,
watch
the comeback.
I know. A couple good friends of mine are like, it's just so painful, and I'm like, I know, but like here I am rewatching season 2, I think for the 3rd time now, and I am still cringing. Oh, it was the improv scene.
Oh my gosh,
Devin, oh my god. I literally by myself on my couch, I'm next to my dog, and I'm like wincing in pain. It's so awkward, you know. God, it's so
and she's like telling them, don't be intimidated, I'm on your level.
And how she just so quickly breaks character. She's like, it's I don't know how to make it funny, right? You know. But I'm so glad, I'm just so happy for you, because you got invited to set. Now the show is back. This now is gonna feed more attention on all the work you've done on the pod. Can you tease any are you working on any more episodes for the pod besides hopefully maybe getting some guests? Like, what do you got planned for the show?
I'm going to be honest, I made a decision to not do weekly recaps. Because I realized that my show thrived because I've studied it so much, and we're able to kind of talk about it and be like, oh, well, that makes you think of episode 7. Like, it would be a whole different podcast if I'm watching it weekly being like, oh, what's going to happen? Like, that's fun. But my podcast has been all about like, I know every nook and cranny of this show. Let's, you know, dissect it. So, and it would have been hard and expensive. I don't really have a lot of equipment, you know, on my own. I go to a studio usually. I just would have been, I wouldn't have been enjoying the comeback just being back. You know what I mean? Like, I would enjoy it as a fan. So I might do like a mid-season recap.
Ooh, okay.
And then Lisa herself said she wants to come on my show when it's all over with. So I think that'll just be kind of this encore grand finale. Yes.
I hope so.
So yeah, I mean, she's clearly down. But I don't, you know, it's not over till it's over. So yeah, that will be very exciting and cool.
That is so friggin' cool. Yeah, and I think that you really hit it on the head. Great.
Yeah, I mean, we're just girlfriends. I call her Lise. It's fine.
Hey Lise. Hey Val.
Dan was the one who like did the direct line to me, and then when I got to set, he kind of whispered to me, "Do you know who invited you today?" And I was like, "I don't know you," and he was like, "Lisa." So that was really cool. I mean, it was, you know. I mean, the first message I ever sent her years ago when she started following me was like, you know, if there's ever a season 3, I'd love to have some involvement. I mean, granted, I didn't working on it, but I just love that I was at least, you know, given the opportunity to. I really learned a lot that day. I mean, yes, I'm an actor. I still audition here and there. I'm writing, always struggling. But to be thrown into my favorite show and in such a big production, and just you kind of look around and you feel comfortable and you just realize it's not as scary as we make it out to be, And
good. Yes.
yeah.
I love that. I love that. We'll be right back.
For Angela, first comes love.
Oh, you've waited such a long time, haven't you? I have.
Then comes marriage.
Angela.
All right, let's talk about Heartbreakers, Devin. I am so glad you're here to celebrate this super fun movie. Yes, it's long. We were DMing like, oh, it's a long.
I'm not
over
saying
2 hours.
even. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really feel it.
No,
but it is, But I remember Roger Ebert used to say, Roger Ebert used to say something like a perfect comedy should be like 90 minutes. But, this is a little bit of a mixed bag of genre. That's what those extra minutes are, setting Ray Liotta, all that.
My gosh. Well, yeah, because I was truly thinking, I was like, it is long, but it never feels long. And what would I truly cut?
I did feel like the opening can be a little long. But that's part of the whole humor that she's dragging this out because she, doesn't want to. And that made me think too, I don't know if that's a character trait or what, if she slept with him, I wouldn't have judged her. I wouldn't have cared. But it does seem like, that must be part of not Jason Lee later on, but in the beginning.
Yeah. If Sigourney slept with Ray Liotta.
Yeah. And then just the next one, she could still have pulled off her thing. But yeah. Oh gosh, it's just think about it too much and it's a little bit of
Well, yeah. I mean, it's such a good, smart comedy. And God, I forgot how great that I was jotting down so many lines. I mean, the dialogue is just so fun to say.
Well, I was going to say it was Gene Hackman's second to last movie.
Was it really? Did he stop that long ago?
Welcome to Mooseport with Ray Romano was the following year. And I think after that was it.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, not a bad way to go out. I put down here, he should have won an Oscar just for his coughing.
Oh my God, the coughing, the red nose, the makeup is so good. Yeah, it's funny. We were saying at the start of this, it is weird how fans of this movie love it. But why isn't it a cult movie yet? It made a lot of money, or made a good amount of money. It was #1, so it was a success. I guess not successful enough for a sequel.
Although I would love Romy and Michelle. When it's really, again, we're in an era now for a very long time where comedies are just streaming. Sadly, for the most part, they don't take as many risks. A movie like this now would most likely be like a Netflix or Hulu, and it would just disappear, which is sad. And I think they still take chances on comedies, but yeah, I think it's because it wasn't I feel like a lot of times cult movies have to completely bomb. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They need to really, crash.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, did you see it in theaters?
Oh, I did. And can I tell you, I saw it in theaters. So I must have been maybe in 8th grade, I think. I was.
Too.
Yeah, you were. Oh my gosh, you couldn't have seen it in theaters. Oh my
parents
gosh.
shouldn't have took me.
Gosh. They're like, we can't find a sitter, so here's our crying toddler, right? But no, I think I was in 8th grade if I remember correctly, and I remember this so well. There was back when they used to do sneak previews, but they would announce it. It wasn't like a secret screening. It was see it the Saturday night before, because it opened on March 23rd. So it must have been March, whatever 23 minus 6 is. That's maybe the 17th or something. So we went to the theater, a bunch of friends and I, because I was like, oh my God, we get to see it early, and it was a packed house. I remember the screening was packed and it was so much fun because also, I mean, J-Love, obviously I know what you did last summer, Can't Hardly Wait.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I remember, again, I saw this in theaters and I remember being on a church youth group in the summer, and we rented it in the hotel room. Remember how hotel rooms would have movies before they were out to rent that? And it was oh my God, they have Heartbreakers. And I was so excited. But no, I mean, I really wanted Jennifer to become an A-lister. Like like after Heartbreakers, I just kept waiting. Like the tuxedo, I was so excited. I'm like,
Yes.
hell yeah, she's headlining this movie with Jackie Chan. Like, but
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't good.
Well, the
And-
thing with the tuxedo one is I never saw it because it just didn't look like great
Yeah.
to me. But it made a lot of money, made $100 million worldwide.
Oh,
And then she
wow.
did Garfield with, which I forgot, with Breckin Meyer, and that made like 200 million worldwide. So it is weird. Like she was in a stretch now where she was in nice budget movies. I mean,
Yeah,
Heartbreakers looks so good. Like we said, 35 million or so. She's in like quality films. I mean, not that she ever wasn't. I mean, I know. I mean, they've always been quality, but you know how like the industry kind of snubs their nose at like teen stuff, right? But now she's in legit stuff. And then I just wonder like what kept her from maybe becoming
Like a
even
Reese
bigger,
Witherspoon.
like a Reese Witherspoon. And I think she pivoted to TV a little too early.
Yeah. I mean, you have to at least say Ghost Whisperer still has so many fans that went for a while.
Huge.
The client list. So she obviously had maybe a more, TV can feel safer and more secure, than the.
Yes.
What I mean?
And I mean,
But
she started in
yeah.
TV, so it makes sense. And obviously she's been killing it for years now on 911.
Yeah.
But so she is like kind of a true TV star that way. But yeah, I just wonder because
Yeah,
back
maybe
then,
had there been a rom-com, because even though Heartbreakers is a rom-com, but like like if she had like her own Sweet Home Alabama type movie, maybe that would have.
Yeah, because like let's think what rom-coms were around like the following years. I mean, like
How to Lose a Guy,
Jinx, in 2003. So yeah, if she had stuck it out for oh man, that would have been big for her because she was big, but I feel like because she was so young and started out in TV and then went to horror, I think the industry maybe just didn't take her seriously enough. But we all did. I mean, so it is interesting how her career, because she is so good in this with Sigourney Weaver. I mean, what do you think of this cast? We got Sigourney, we got Jennifer being so funny and so friggin' hot, those two.
I know.
Right?
I don't know how bad this is to say, but I'm like, if I'm straight for someone, it's Jennifer Love Hewitt in this movie. I mean,
in that pink dress, right?
And it's definitely the kind of like young gay mindset of like, do I want to sleep with her or do I want to be her?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do I want to take that off her or do I want to wear that myself? Right? Yes.
God, like you said, when she walks into the bar, it's just like, oh my God, that little pink, all those dresses, like, just
all the fashion, the wigs,
so gorgeous.
It's all such a pretty
and it's a very unique cast in a way, I think, and not like totally conventional male leads, and also like just when you go back to a movie like this decades later, not that it's been that long for me, but I'm sure people were like blown away when they see Zach Galifianakis, Sarah Silverman. Like I'm like, oh my God, like
I know, isn't that so fun?
Yeah. And like, they got Michael Hitchcock, like all the Kevin Nealon, Nora
Kevin
Dunn,
Nealon, what a
like
fun cameo.
So many,
Nora.
Yeah.
Now I think Nora Dunn, if I am thinking correctly, I know one of the writers is Robert Dunn, who they might be like brother and sister, I believe. I feel like I heard that somewhere, and that's why she was connected to it. But oh my God, she's so funny in her role. Completely forgot about that because I hadn't rewatched this in quite a time. When you seem like you had told me when you messaged me, you said I'd come on for Heartbreakers, and I was like, check. Like, do you watch this every now and then?
This is like, this is a very like happy place movie, comfort movie for me. Like I don't do that often, but like if Heartbreakers is like, if someone wanted to watch Heartbreakers, I would never be like, no. It's also one that I've introduced to a lot of close friends over the years who haven't seen it. Like, and so like, well, when Ray Liotta passed away, the American Cinematheque did a tribute to him for a week, and they played this at the Los Feliz 3 on the big screen not long ago, and I couldn't really find someone to go with. And it was kind of last minute. It was like, Devin, you're going by yourself.
Do it.
And it was like, it was like, no, nothing wrong with going by yourself. I kind of wanted to find someone to go with, but I was like, no, I don't care. Like I'm going.
Yeah.
And it was like 10 at night, and I was in heaven. It was just so nice.
I love that.
Again.
Hey, I love that. Treat yourself. That's a true treat. Yeah. And also, can I just say, speaking of this hot cast, I mean, we know Gene Hackman, wasn't really hot because he wasn't supposed to be. But like, you got Cutie, Jason Lee. I was gonna say Jason Lewis. I'm like, he's from Sex and the City, not that Jason. But Jason Lee, who also I'm kind of like, where did he go? Like, he was such a thing there for a bit.
My
I forget,
name
is
is
he a
Earl.
he went to My Name is Earl. And is he a
Mhm.
Scientologist? He might be a Scientologist. I
I
feel like
don't I don't
I gotta
know.
look that up. But like,
Yeah,
yeah, he sort of just disappeared and he was so charming. I
I
really,
know.
and I like how, like you
Well, yeah,
said, it's,
I was a big Chasing Amy fan
oh yeah.
back then. I know
Oh
that
yeah.
movie's a little controversial now, but there was a documentary
Mm.
about it a few years ago and the
Oh
impact it
yeah.
had on
Was that called Chasing Amy?
yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah. Uh-huh.
beautiful. Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
He's so
don't
cute, and I
know.
like that they cast him because they could have cast a more, like you had used the word unconventional. They could have brought in, I don't know, like a hot leading guy kind of guy,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they brought in like this cute, kind of nerdy,
yeah,
thin. It's not like he's like a babe, although I
yeah.
think he's really cute in this. But
But it's
also,
such a good, like, looking at the script, like
mm,
the way he's really not intimidated by her. Like, you know what I
yes,
mean? Like
yeah,
she's got someone that's gonna kind of like give her a run for her money because
hmm
yeah. I mean, again, it's not like the best written romance or whatever, but it's really cute how they kind of
I
court each other in the
yeah.
juxtaposition, but with him and like when she says, "You don't do things like normal people, do you?"
Mm,
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just very
mhm.
sweet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I actually thought rewatching it, I thought like, wow, this script is really good. You're a
Mhm.
writer. What do you think works? Like, do you think the script is overall pretty great? Do you
Well,
think it needs
I
work?
just
What do
think
you think?
I think when you're writing, you're really scared of making unlikable characters,
Mm,
and this is an example of a movie where they aren't great people, but you do find the good in them, and you're rooting for them. I
mm,
remember for the 20th reading an amazing article. I'm sorry, I can't find it right now, and they
mm.
were like, "It's so rare for just women to be allowed to just be like unapologetically,
Yeah. Yeah.
bad for lack of
Yeah.
a better word. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And of course, by the end, they learn the error of their ways a little bit, but they really, you don't have like, you always feel like you have to have your character change and have this full arc. And like, yes, that can work, but it's also like you can have them change a little, but still be them.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, and that's I think there are probably some lines that I might say whatever, but
Mm,
I think like especially at the end when she's like, "I'd rather you get hurt in your own healthy ways." You know what I mean?
mm,
Even Ray
mhm.
Liotta saying like life is hard and love is hard. Like
Yes.
it
He
does
says,
bring
"Yeah,
it
love is
home.
pain and life is pain."
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
thought,
yeah.
there you go. And you gotta, but then there's also good stuff and you gotta figure it out. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
I feel like when we're watching movies from a 2026 lens, it's
Yeah.
really easy to see what's quote unquote canceled or what you would change. But like, I didn't feel like there was really anything that aged badly because anything in bad taste in the movie was just always part of the movie. Like, you know what
Totally.
I mean? Like, I didn't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like there was, when I did the Drop Dead Gorgeous piece, I
Right.
had to address a lot,
Oh, yeah.
and
I'm sure.
that movie, I, I, I let it be, and
Yeah. Yeah.
we talked about this on, whether it's
Right.
election or what, everything. But with Heartbreakers, like, I don't think there was a moment where I was like, oh,
I
like,
agree. Yeah, there was nothing that didn't age well. No, like, bad name for someone or there's maybe a little bit of, I mean, I think it's funny, but when he calls Sigourney, like, "You sick little slut," like, there's a
yeah,
little bit of,
yeah,
like, slut name calling,
uh-huh,
but it's all so funny. And also, he's upset. And like you mentioned, they're not the best people.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
maybe they kind of deserve to be called some names, right? There's a
hmm
little bit of like physical stuff that I just kind of thought, huh, that's interesting. Like he kind of like puts his hand on Sigourney's head and pushes her
oh,
on the
yeah, yeah.
bed, just like little things like that.
And then when Gene or Tenzi says to the cop,
Mm.
slap her around a little bit.
Yes. Oh my God. I did write that down. And he's giving him money, like slap her around. I'm like, whoa, what? To
Yeah.
Nora Dunn's character, not Miss Madness.
Madras.
Madras. Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Miss
I
Madras.
think she was definitely a nod to Rebecca.
Ah, yes.
Um,
You're
what's
so
the name
right.
of the Miss
Oh,
Danvers?
Miss Danvers,
Yeah.
yes. Mrs. Danvers, Judith Anderson in the original, yes. And didn't Kristen, what's her name? Kristen Scott Thomas, I think, played her in the new one with Army Hammer.
I want to pause real quick. Just
Yeah, to
have
get
you
your
ever
cocktail.
seen? I know.
Is it hard?
What?
Getting married.
Then comes that magic moment that makes it all worthwhile.
My client has agreed to settle for
$100,000.
Oh, and she keeps the Mercedes.
Have you ever seen The Grifters?
The Grifters, I haven't.
Oh,
I know
you
it's like a classic.
Mark, you have to. It's Angelica Houston, John
Yes.
Cusack, and Annette Bening.
Right.
I mean,
right.
as far as con artist movies go, like, because this movie gave me that little itch to, like, it's kind of like, I want to go to the gas station and try the little trick and it's so bad for like a kid to be. I mean,
I know it really is like, wow.
Well, Sigourney recently said this was the most fun character she ever played. Like, if she could revisit someone, because
I love that.
Again, it's like you're playing a criminal, but not like full blown,
Right. It's all like this
dangerous.
cute little wink, wink, like, I'm not hurting anyone. At least it's not like physical violence. It's just, violence to their wallets.
But yeah, you have to watch the movie because that was like,
Okay, I looked that up recently. Now that I'm looking at the poster again, I think because it just turned 35. I don't typically talk about movies that, turn 35, but it came up for me. And I just was looking this up. Okay, it's on Paramount Plus, so I think I have to add that to my weekend watch list.
Yeah,
The Grifters.
The Criterion came out about a year ago too. And
Yeah,
I picked that up. Yeah,
Stephen Frears. Okay, yeah. For some reason, The Grifters. I always forget that it's not like it just sounds like such a Western to me or something.
Yeah. Well,
but
I mean, it's a noir. Like it's
yeah,
dark.
yeah.
But
Oh,
man,
okay, it's dark. It's pretty serious, right?
1990 for Angelica Houston. That in The Witches, like, give me a break. Like, that's just like.
And then Addams Family was right around there too. So she was really, doing some cool stuff. Oh, I love that.
You know what? How about we just pause and
All right.
watch it?
Yeah.
And then, no, I'm kidding.
Wait 2 hours, and then right.
Before we get too far from talking about the cast, do you know who was originally attached?
Tell me, because I feel like I used to know. Sorry, everybody. I as I told Dev, I did not have a chance to really do it.
No, it's okay. I did the homework.
But please share your homework with the class.
Well, I will share because it's Cher.
Wow.
And Jennifer Aniston. They were the original people cast.
Huh.
And I even saw a clip today of Cher talking about it on an interview.
No
and
way,
it was,
really?
And it was 1997. So that means the script was floating around. I was going to send it to you, but I was like, let me save it and surprise you.
Yes, thank you for surprising me. Whoa, look at that plot twist. Wow, so she was talking about like doing the movie?
And it was originally just called Breakers or The Breakers, which I think is the name of the hotel.
Yes. And
so that makes me wonder, they must have Heartbreakers must have just came to them later. But I'm still like, why would it just be called the name of the hotel? Like, I don't know. Obviously,
I guess because it was like maybe in an earlier version it was a bigger deal that they were at the Breakers. Maybe they met because they never really mention where they're like staying. We just know it's like Florida, So maybe that, and then they just figured like the Breakers with like a heartbreaking logo or something could have been enough. But
and then also for a moment, Whitney Houston and Aaliyah were also circling the script. And I love Whitney with all my heart, and she
Whitney could have done it well.
I think she would have brought her, like, it would have been maybe a little linear, but it would have been a really fun kind of attitude.
But Aaliyah, I guess I could see Aaliyah doing it, but I don't know. Honestly, it's hard because I think
I
Jennifer
saw
Hewitt
Romeo
does
Must
such
Die
a good
back
job.
in the day, but I don't
back in the day.
her acting much, or if it would have been a little.
And Queen of the Damned, I feel like she did more dramas. I can't imagine her in like this. I mean, at times it's quite a physical comedy.
This was the early 2000s, so I'm sure that was probably a hot script. That was
right. I would think so.
I want to say I heard Cameron Diaz thrown around.
I could see that.
I feel like Cameron Diaz and Goldie Hawn could have been fun.
Oh, wow. Like yeah. I want that version now.
Well, there was a moment in time where Jennifer was trying to turn it into a TV show and produce it.
I was going to say,
with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh,
and then I thought to myself,
house arrest reunion. Yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, Jamie is 10 years older than Sigourney. I think if Jamie had done it in 2001, she might have been too young. I don't know. But I think Jamie could have been amazing in the role.
Wait, do you mean Jamie's 10 years younger than Sigourney? Yeah, younger.
Dude,
okay, you had said older, and I was like, is she that old?
Because Sigourney was 55 in this movie, looking better than anybody in the world.
Yes, I think she was. I did the math earlier today when I was like, wait a minute, let me look.
Or like early 50s.
I think she was 51, I believe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, wow. She was, right around 51. And J-Love was only 22 when this came out. Oh my God. And it's crazy because I guess we just grew up. I mean, we were kids watching Jennifer Love Hewitt that like, I don't know, as an adult, I'm just like, wait, wow, she was so famous, so young.
I
It's
know,
wild
I
to
know.
me.
I think
Wow.
our childhood was mixed between like, oh wow, they're almost 30 playing a
Yeah.
teen, and oh, they're actually a teen.
Oh yeah, they're actually like
Yeah.
17 and
Uh-huh,
like
yeah.
leading a movie, right? Yeah, I completely agree because then you had, I don't know, like
Like
Skeet Ulrich.
Jawbreaker would not be Jawbreaker if they
Yeah.
were 16 or 17
Oh no,
years
that would
old.
be
You know what I mean?
no. But they still, I mean, I still absolutely believe that they were in high school, even though by that time Rebecca Gayheart was already playing college a couple times. You know, it's
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
like to think of, going back and forth. But no, I mean the
Oh,
ages.
that'd be a good double feature. Heartbreakers,
Yeah,
Jawbreaker.
well,
But
thank you. Yes, I thought the same exact thing because sometimes I think because of Heartbreakers, sometimes I accidentally call it Jawbreakers, and then sometimes I call Heartbreakers Heartbreaker. Like I think it's just
that's
like
funny.
it's like the like badass girls doing bad things, and then like breakers. I'm just like, wait, what? My brain just
Yeah.
kind of gets crazy. But no, they look amazing. They do such a fun job together. But can we just talk real quick about Ray Liotta and how I, for 25 years now, have thought he has never looked hotter than in this movie. He looks
When
so good.
he's like tied to the bed, like his
Yes.
body.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! And the actress from Jeepers Creepers
Yeah.
plays the maid.
I love that you know that
So
she's
funny.
from Jeepers Creepers too. Oh my gosh, yes. That whole
Well, that was
scene.
also
Oh my
2001.
God. Yeah, that was
so-
just later this year. Yeah. It's funny how like
Well, did you
when
see the shot of the Twin Towers? It's always crazy when you
Oh my
watch a
God, you're right.
pre-9/11 movie, and I'm
Yeah,
like, oh
I
wow, this
know.
was like just months
Just months
before. You know what I
before.
mean? Yeah.
It's funny because when you think about it, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. When I think of 2001, the year, I'm just kind of like, yeah, it was an okay year for movies. Like, there's,
Right, because
better
how
in
do
the
you follow
90s.
1999?
Exactly. 99.
Yeah.
We talked about election, right? So like,
You are absolutely right. If you told me to pick one movie in 2001, I could probably only name Heartbreakers. That's
right.
like all I would think of.
I don't even think I would think of that first. I think I would have thought of like, I don't know. Well, I talked about Zoolander on the show years ago, so maybe I would go to Zoolander. But like, here's the thing. Then you think about it. You had like Heartbreakers. You had Josie and the Pussycats. You had Moulin Rouge. You actually have so
yeah.
many fun. You had Donnie Darko. Like, you just have like 2001 actually was like a very interesting year for
I was
like.
a big fan of The Others as well. That was a big Nicole
I talked
summer.
about that.
Yeah.
Yes, that was her big summer of like Moulin Rouge and The Others. What a
Yeah.
year. So actually when you think about it, like, whoa, 2001 was a great year for movies. It's just like, it just gets overshadowed by other years for whatever reason. But like some great, well-made movies, some fun kind of like campy or cult, like guilty pleasures, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I think of when I'm just like, whoa, we kind of sleep on 2001 sometimes.
And she owes it all to the other woman.
How was the wedding?
Beautiful. Like all my weddings.
Her daughter.
Hey, Mom!
When we go from like the gritty, snowy New Jersey,
Yeah.
and then that cut to them in Florida, and the bird getting, and that Beck song, Tropicalia.
Yes, the Beck song.
That song will like forever make me happy. It's such a transporting song for me, and it's that's so brilliant. And then just them driving into their little.
The
adventure,
soundtrack
like,
is
it's just-
great, and the setting. I mean, like, and what's
Yeah,
nice
that's another
is-
thing I found out. They did some in Florida,
Yeah,
but a lot was maybe the Biltmore was used
Okay.
in Los Angeles. So yeah, it was like
Oh,
LA.
okay, so they
and-
did do some shooting in LA.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I hate when I hate living here sometimes because that
Mm.
bubble facade that I used to have is just like totally. 'Cause
Yeah.
like the end of Wild Things, I used to like really
Oh.
think she was like, in some island, and they're like, yeah, it was Newport Beach. We had a couple hours, like, I was like, oh man,
That's so funny. Oh, I know. Yeah, you think like she's like off, like down, I don't know, near like the Bahamas or something.
yeah,
for real,
yeah.
right?
So I was
Oh.
on Reddit and talking about Heartbreakers, and someone said, does anyone know the dive bar that they shoot at? And I was like, you know what? This bar looks so fun. Like, yeah, does it still exist? I want to find out.
I want to go.
I went so deep last night, Mark. It was never a bar. It was like an abandoned, scary shack that they were location scouting, and they were like, this is it. This is
We'll
what
just
we need.
dress it up. No
But there was
way.
like a moratorium at the time at that city in Florida where like you could not build anything new. You could only revamp something that was already there. So yeah, they got this, you know, abandoned building, made it the bar, made it the set, and then the caveat at the end was that they had to tear it the fuck down. So like
Oh.
it, but how about like talk about movie magic though in like a crazy way? Like we don't get to go visit this spot because it doesn't exist, but they made it look like the most fun dive bar that you would like want to hang out at the beach.
It's so cute. They made that look so cute. But you know what's so funny? Yeah, so it's
So
an
I'm gonna join
abandoned.
the FBI because I figured all that out by deep
I love
diving.
that. That's a good deep dive. Thank you for that homework. But like, how funny to be like, yeah, sure, you can use it, but you have to do the work for us by tearing it down.
Yeah, kind
You
of
know?
interesting. Like I don't know how.
Yeah.
Maybe it was kind of like a
Like
an
a trade
exchange
in a
of
way,
some sort.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
okay, no need to pay us, I guess, a location
Yeah.
fee, but you have to pay to knock it down.
So
Interesting. Well,
sorry
they did a
guys, no
good job.
Heartbreakers tour in
Man, maybe
Florida.
we can get like a little pop-up, a little Heartbreakers pop-up. What was
I
the name of the
know.
bar anyway? Do you remember? Did we ever learn what the name was? She
Mhm.
walks in and she's so
Oh, I think it's
aggressive.
called $3.50 Martini Bar. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
oh, is that why they all were so cheap? Oh, that's like the theme, right? But yeah, she's just so harsh to poor Jack. Oh my God, from the get-go. But he's into it. He likes being dominated, right? He's like, you can yell
What
at
he's
me
like,
all you want.
how did you know I was into that?
Oh my God, so funny. The heel up your ass. Oh my God, so cute. So funny.
I feel like the PG-13 boundary was pushed pretty far in this movie. Like with the
Some of the
the
language.
scene in the office when Angela walks in on Jennifer and her hair is stuck in his zipper. Like I remember
Oh
like
yeah.
watching it with my parents, like like obviously my parents
Uh-oh.
loved it and everything worked
Yeah.
out. But
Everything.
one more cast we didn't include Carrie freaking Fisher.
Yes.
was
Oh
in the
my God.
movie.
What another great cameo as Sigourney, as Max's lawyer. Although she's
Yeah.
not Max then. She goes by, I think, Wendy was what
Oh my
was
God, I had
her.
a hard time with that. I'm like, we have
Yes.
Max, yeah, Angela,
Yes.
and then we have Paige, and
Yeah, their real
What's-
names
yeah.
are Paige and Max, right?
Paige
But
and
in
Max. And I
in
feel
the
like we don't hear the
opening,
name Max much.
I am.
like,
Oh my gosh, Devin, you and I
verbalized,
are
yeah.
twins because as I'm writing notes at the very end, I'm writing like a note, like because I love the last shot, which we'll talk about it. Where I'm like, oh, okay, we end on, and I'm like, wait, what's her name? We rarely hear the name Max. I guess because we hear Paige a lot because
Yeah.
that's daughter, but Paige isn't calling her mom by her first name, and no one really knows her first name. It's surprising that Ray Liotta doesn't actually have a moment. I know the movie's long, but doesn't have a moment where he's like, "What's your real name anyway?" He's like, "Oh, Max."
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I wonder why they didn't kind of have that sort of reveal for him. But yeah, so Max and Paige are like their real names. In the beginning, it's Angela and Wendy, right?
Okay.
Wendy's the coworker, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and then
Yeah.
Angela, right? And then
And then when
Olga and Jane,
Olga, yeah.
right? Yeah, Olga.
And then wait, what about the name when she's pretending to be the British
Oh yeah, the
ambassador?
British. Yeah, that's not on IMDb.
That's a whole other one. Yeah.
That's a whole nother one. You're right. I love.
I was gonna
watching
say,
this movie.
feel my butt.
Yeah, feel my butt. Oh my God, what a line!
I'm in terrific shape. Feel my butt.
I am not feeling your butt again, Mother. Okay, we all know it's wonderful.
These writers,
Whenever
and you know what?
someone says I'm out of shape, that's what I do. And then
I
we go,
love that. I
"Okay,
love that.
Devin,
That
we
made
all
me
know
laugh.
how
'Cause
great your butt is.
like, right? Because again, I hadn't watched it in a while, so I remembered, some of the key moments, but I forgot a lot of these random zany lines that these writers came up with. And real quick, I feel like we should shout them out now. What a perfect time! So 3 writers, written by Robert Dunn, Paul Guay, and Stephen Mazer. And it's interesting, much like David Merkin, I saw that Robert Dunn has not written another script since this movie, which is so weird to me. Let's see, Paul Guay he went on to, I guess, write some different things, I guess, but like nothing crazy. This is definitely, like more like TV shorts. So I'm just wondering, like, why did, I guess, this not be a bigger thing? Why did this not open more doors for people, why do yeah, it's weird, right?
I mean, that's what's tough. Yeah. It
Out of
just
all the
wasn't
writers,
big
it seems
enough,
like
I guess.
Stephen Mazur wrote the most after, but still nothing like Jingle All the Way 2. No shade, Benchwarmers 2,
I didn't
Undercover
know there
Brother
was a
2.
Jingle All the Way
I
too.
didn't
My
know
God.
either. But you know what? Actually, now I recognize the cover. It's with Larry the Cable Guy. So
Oh, okay.
that's why we didn't check it out.
MGM presents the story of two con women.
What's the best way to get a room?
Oh my God! She's cracked your head open!
Oh, I'm sure she'll be fine.
With a good director like David Merkin, a man we can assume he was straight. He already made Romeo and Michelle, a really great female movie, right? So he knows how to, and even though the women look hot as hell, it never feels like the camera's lingering on them, on their bodies too long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very tasteful. This movie could have been trashier. It could have been like some of these other comedies. Like it opened the same day as a really trashy comedy that I do kind of like, Say It Isn't So. Well, also with Sarah Silverman, 2 movies in one day. Whoa.
Oh,
But
wow.
like it could
Is
have
that with
just
Heather
been-
Graham?
Yeah, Heather Graham, Chris
Okay.
Klein, who I just had.
Was that a Farley Brothers movie?
It was the Farrellys
Farrelly
produced
Brothers.
it. They
That's
produced
kind
it.
of
They didn't
crazy
direct.
that they opened 2 big comedies on the same weekend, but it's
Right?
probably just normal back then.
I think
you know.
back then there was always multiple options. Yeah, and Say
Yeah.
It Isn't So did really poorly. I mean, it opened
Yeah.
at like number 10 or something. So, but in the hands of someone else, this movie, and maybe with a different cast, it could have been fun, but
Yeah, and
way
it's
more like
interesting.
like sexual trashy
Yeah.
rom kind of stuff, right?
I think Jennifer, I'm not going to say she's backtracked. I do think she now embraces Heartbreakers and talks really fondly of it. But I do think there was some time she said she might have felt a little uncomfortable with the outfits and things like that. But I think you make a good point. Yeah, like it represents the character, but it doesn't feel icky. Like this is for men. I mean, obviously, we even said as a gay man, I'm looking at her just like in awe. But yeah, that's a great point. It doesn't feel
It does it for her especially, but even for Sigourney. I mean, she was 50, so the cameras maybe aren't up all in her business like they would for Jennifer. But yeah, it never feels icky. But it would make sense for these women to dress like that. So hopefully I didn't know that. Hopefully that it wasn't such a bummer for her to wear these tight clothing. All this. She's so little in the movie. Again, she's.
Well, there's another fun fact. Do you know the scene when she runs into Ray Liotta's car to stop him from leaving?
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "I got $3 million." Whatever. That was a body double because Jennifer couldn't be on set that day. That's one of the things I feel like. I've talked about this before. I just miss commentary. My DVD is that I could just listen to the commentary and hear so much fun facts.
Is that how you watched? Did you pop your DVD in?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I know. Isn't it weird that like streamers haven't done that?
Well, even on my last episode of my podcast, I have the Comeback Season 2 DVD, and Michael and Lisa have a commentary for the finale. So it was, and I had never heard that before. So
oh my
really
God!
cool
Now I really want to hear that. Wow!
Oh, yeah. But that DVD is $100 on eBay.
Jesus, really? And we were saying the Blu-ray for Heartbreakers is extremely expensive right now.
But guess what, Mark? I don't think that was ever in the States. You have to have a region-free player, which I've never went out of my way to do that. But yeah, sadly, Heartbreakers I don't think was released on Blu-ray.
What the heck? Okay, I need
this
to.
would have been a great time.
Yes, this would have been a great time. Oh my gosh, it'd be so beautiful. But like, I need to figure this out because this movie was not a flop or a failure. So why are we not, as a society, rooting for it more and giving it a proper Blu-ray or putting it back in theaters for a anniversary? Why? You know what I mean? Like, why are we not?
Hopefully we're doing the work right now and someone's going to be listening. And
right?
Well, you know what? Jennifer has shared you before, hasn't she?
Oh yeah. Jennifer and I are friends. It's great.
Oh, hopefully she sees this. Hi, Jennifer. I love you.
I'm totally going to tag her.
I know what you did last summer was better than Scream 7.
If you're a Ghostface killer one day, your motive is going to be, give me another season so I can continue my podcast. I don't need friends. I need listeners.
Yeah, listen, that's so funny.
Who never married for money.
Just call me Olga.
What is Tenzi, the largest producer of phlegm in the East Coast?
Unless
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
there was lots of it.
You seem very dedicated to your work.
They're suing my company because we're adding more nicotine to cigarettes.
They've convicted the tobacco companies without a shred of evidence.
If we got a Heartbreakers sequel, what would you want to see? Would you want to see like grandma, daughter?
Thank you. Can we talk about it?
daughter?
Because here's the thing. I have 2 ideas, everybody. And Devin, you're an idea person as well. We are writers. Let's come up with something.
Should we
okay?
collab and pitch this?
Oh my God. Actually,
This
if
would be
you want,
fun.
I know we're busy people, but that would be so fun. Even if we just came up with an outline just for fun. But here's the thing. You brought up that Jennifer, because I feel like I had heard that she was maybe trying to make this a show. I think the movie is long, but it works for me. And it's long because it's so intricate. You need to have the time in the beginning, then the time with Tenzi, then Dean, Ray Liotta comes back.
Yeah.
It would be an excellent show. It would be such a good TV series, right? And then you can have more cons and like, it's like Wild Things where it's like, who's conning who at the end, and then because at the end with Dean and Barbara, I forgot about that. I'm like, oh my God, what a twist. You can have a whole episode just on that.
Bancroft, right?
Anne Bancroft, absolutely.
Another
She
legend.
is so good in this movie. Another great casting choice. And I think I read this was Anne's last on-screen role before she passed. So we
Wait,
did have
really?
some,
Oh,
we had some
wow.
legends towards the end of their career. Because if I remember correctly, Anne Bancroft, who, fun fact for me, I just learned, I'm so dumb and I did not know this. I just learned she was married to Mel Brooks for decades. I didn't know. Did you know that?
Oh, wow. No, I didn't. I'm so
Right?
young.
I feel like, we're such babies that like, oh my gosh. Yeah, she passed away 4 years later in 2005. So this was one of her last screen roles, but man, what a way to go out. But okay. So to answer your question, I think this would be such a great TV show and you can expand and right. If it's a sequel, which would be so fun because these women still look amazing. The guys have sadly passed away. Maybe we get Jason Lee back, out of retirement or whatever he's doing, right? But yeah, I think it makes the most sense to kind of go the obvious route. It's now a third woman in the family. So it must be Paige's daughter, right?
Yeah.
And and maybe
Or her daughter like somehow finds out about their past. Because maybe there's this gap where it's like, what were you guys doing? And then
yes.
Okay, that's
what could be interesting?
Be fun,
Okay. Here's the thing. Okay, I got something that might be better. Yeah, it could be her daughter. Makes perfect sense. Would be great. What if it's like her gay son?
Oh yes. You know what? That's funny. There's a great book called Burn It All Down from a couple years ago about a mother and son who go on like a revenge trail, and it gave me Heartbreakers vibes.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, gay son, that's better. Yeah.
Right? That could be funny where that, because, the movie, I was about to say the movie's so gay when really it isn't, but queer people love it because it is so beautiful and fun and sassy, so much sassy dialogue, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, hey, we, Olga was an ally. She said, "Oh, I don't do female," very politely.
Yes, very politely. She says that to Miss Madras, right? But also, I think Sarah Silverman's character might be queer because she says something in the movie where they're like, because his friends hate Paige. Obviously, who would like Paige? This girl kind of sucks to their friend Jack, right? But he says something like, "Oh yeah, I like that about her," and Sarah Silverman goes, "I did too," with a smile, and I was like, "Oh." So, but like,
That's
what
as
if
much
we
as we got
gate it
back
up?
then.
That's that's all you can get in a 2001 big movie, right? But what if we gate it up and it's her sassy son, and that way we have a little bit of fun male energy that's still very queer and still very kind of like within the feminine, world, that we're not taking that away, right? He could even be in drag or something. That could be kind of fun. I don't know,
for sure.
right? And then what if it's like, okay, let's say we get Jason Lee back.
Or we just find out because it's in his blood that he's doing stuff on his own and gets into trouble, and Paige has to kind of go back into that world and get grandma to.
Well, here's the
help.
thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Grandma, because the way this ends, Grandma Max is still very much conning. right?
Yeah.
She has not left.
Let me call my agent. I want to see if the rights are available.
Yeah,
too.
call your agent, call the studio, call
Yeah.
your IMDb friends. Let's get, maybe they'll just listen and be like, okay, here's a check for 50 million. Yeah, right. If the sequel, knowing that like it's not, what would the sequel cost? I mean, we need it to be kind of the big budget to go around, but I guess it would probably be what?
I am gonna
20
put a
million.
note to text someone about
this.
I have a friend who would be really into that.
Okay, well, they can't steal our idea. We have to work with them. Okay.
No, she's a producer.
Okay, good.
So
all right,
I mean, like she could do
set up a meeting.
Right.
But yeah, what if? So Paige is happily ever after with Jack, and maybe she hasn't conned in 25 years. She got a normal life. Ray Liotta sadly has passed away, so we can figure out like did Dean and Max actually have a good life together conning? Maybe, right?
So I don't know why. I like to think that Barbara was their final.
Okay,
thing.
because he does say to her, my wife is going to have a respectable life chopping cars, because he's kind of crooked. So okay, do you think? Barbara's
it's so iconic when she's like, they may be working for me. I love that like little
Oh yes, I was like,
I want to wait. Let me just tell you my favorite line in the whole movie.
Tell me.
Then you can tell me yours.
Oh,
I get towel. She just walks off screen. And I think she comes back and she's like, "Here's towel." It's just going da.
Oh my god, the da.
I should have just done this whole podcast the whole time and just.
Oh my god, just da. Yes. Oh, that always stresses me out because when that guy. Back in the
he's
USSR,
under her. Yeah.
That whole scene is so fun, and it's funny. We never really get confirmation. I guess she's a vegetarian. I assume so. Because she's giving Paige shit for beef. I just wasn't sure. Is it like red meat?
I think there's still people that might find beef tartare off-putting.
Okay.
I like it, but I think I think the raw beef.
The raw beef, because she mentions it. That's why I love this script, Devin, because a lot of things come back. She shades Paige for eating beef at their like dinner early on, right? And that's when she breaks the glass, puts in the food later with Anne Bancroft, with Barbara. Like, I just like how there's, without being too repetitive at all, right?
Yeah.
Things come back. I like it. They set it up because in the beginning I was kind of like, why is she shading her for eating beef? I guess she's a vegetarian. Okay. And then I'm like, oh, that comes back in the Russian restaurant. Like, ooh, so I do think it's a very clever.
You know what it's doing to your arteries or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. Right. Exactly. But the USSR song, I just remember like being a kid watching that, and I didn't really know song then. And man, I had a smile on my face. Because that scene is so good and tense from the waiter to then when she's up on the mic and everyone just stops and stares.
Really hard to watch.
It's awkward and she's even losing Tenzi. He's like, what the hell? Oh my god, I love how she's like, Moscow. Like,
I know.
She is so funny. She is so funny. And then when she starts singing, and you know what I do have to say, and I looked him up. I love the cinematography in this movie. I feel like maybe because when I'm making films, I really need to think more about camera moving and not just like, and like, there's handheld stuff, but no, like actually like moving in, moving over here. The camera moves a lot in this movie and it's so cool. Like,
wait, that's another thing I meant to mention. The budget probably went to Danny Elfman. I mean, he did the music.
Did he do the music?
Isn't that insane?
I did not even realize that's him. Oh no, wait, no. No, it's not Danny Elfman. It's John John Debney on IMDb did the music. Did Danny Elfman do it too?
I swear.
John Debney, he also did, he's done a ton. That makes sense. I actually feel like he did the original I Know What You Did Last Summer, if I remember correctly. He's done so many movies. But where did you see Danny Elfman? Was he involved too?
John Debney composed the score while Danny Elfman composed the Heartbreakers theme. I'm sorry.
Got it. Yes.
That's so okay. Elfman. Yeah. So any kind of like the little creepy kind of like mischievous.
Yes, that very. Very
Sorry,
like
that's Danny. Yeah.
okay, that makes sense. But well, both of them did a great job, and you can hear that now that you said that. That's so interesting. I didn't know. It's so funny because like Danny Elfman was hired, and you probably have heard this by now. Like
Should I
he
write
was
a book
hired.
about Heartbreakers?
Yes, let's do
Yeah.
it.
Okay. we got a lot of plans.
I'll do the forward, and then you can do all the work because you have all your homework. You can just write.
I actually, I hope I'm putting like good energy into the universe. Just because I told you, like the script I'm trying to get picked up right now, I told you
has
is
some of this
very
DNA.
Heartbreakers energy. So that
Can you
this
do you
feels
feel comfortable
really good.
telling us what your script's about? Do you want to like give us a little log line, or you want to keep it private? Whatever you want to do.
I think I want to keep it private, but it does relate to someone getting into trouble at a resort. So just that colorful water,
Sign me up. Yes.
fun. Obviously, White Lotus gives us that vibe.
Yes.
But on a big, like, I can't think of like a. I mean, movies do it too, but yeah,
Movies do it, but
it'd be like
yeah.
that kind of.
Because this is a pilot.
And with a gay lead, you know, so it's like, yeah.
Hey Rewinders, I hope you're enjoying this chat with Devin like I am, and if you are, please leave a rating and or a review on your favorite podcast app, a thumbs up on YouTube, and send this episode link to your favorite con queen. I'm pausing the Heartbreakers Love Fest to tell you about another show on the You Run Podcast Network, and that is Paranormal Misfits. Besties Chrissy and Nino talk about the paranormal, uncovering enigmatic mysteries, unraveling mind-bending conspiracies, and sharing their thoughts on horror. So prepare to be spellbound when you check out Paranormal Misfits after this episode. We'll be right back.
This spring,
Angela!
love is a battlefield.
You guys played me.
Sex is a weapon.
What made you walk all the way over here just to get me a drink?
Well, because I'm the bartender.
Oh.
I would love to see them do something together again. Even if it's not a sequel, how fun would it be to see these two women reunite and do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Such great chemistry. And I loved, like you said, I think it was a Letterboxd video going around that Sigourney said she had such a blast making this movie. And it seems like Jennifer did too. She posted great photos from it. So
I haven't logged this. It's sadly kind of low on Letterboxd. Again, people just don't know how to have fun.
Okay, that's funny. Because yes,
well, I will say the main complaint, and not really for me.
What are your issues with it?
No. For general people, is that the third act does get kind of messy and wonky. There isn't like a direct line to a grand finale. It's just kind of soft.
I think because the final, well, if you don't include Barbara, the big climactic con is such a sad con, right? It's they're conning Jack, and he's such a sweetheart, you know. So I feel like just the nature of the story, there kind of is no.
I saw someone complaining about that, but Max doesn't do anything but knock him out. I mean, she's awful with the strawberries and seducing him.
Right.
We clearly, I mean, you know, and that's what sets the tension, because Paige knows he wouldn't do it. We know he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But it is heartbreaking when she walks in. But
it stings, baby. Yeah, that is a hard moment. Yeah. But here's the thing. Yes, when I was rewatching it, I kind of forgot, just like, oh shit, Max is really doing some dirty stuff here. Like this feels icky. But it's icky, and I felt for her, and I actually think my only issue, and again, I think this movie's actually really strong, really great. I think now I'm going to rewatch this more. I forgot how great it is, but I wonder if maybe there was a draft and they just decided not to do it, or why not make Ray Liotta, even though he's so good in this movie, why not make him actually the bad guy and kind of make him, he is this sort of Jersey, like, and I can say that because I'm from New Jersey, but like, he's this kind of Jersey crook. What if he wants his money so badly that like, he's the bad guy, and now we kind of need to like, I don't know, like.
This is something that I'm struggling with my script though, because it's like you want to try to keep your characters from ever being in like a traumatizing situation when you're trying to like have fun.
Yes.
I use Sister Act as an example of like a comedy that has like a pretty dark crime element, but you know that you're gonna get to the ending safely.
You know that it's safe. Yeah.
And I do think they give us enough of Ray being a little scary when
Yes.
he does kind of corner them with the gun. Like, obviously, Angela gets the upper hand. But it's just, I think when you're treading these mixed genres, the choices you're saying totally could work and make sense. But I think you're just very fearful of where you're taking the tone.
Yes, it's tricky. You have to be careful with this one.
Yeah, it's
but
all a puzzle.
But basically, even though what Max is doing to Jack is so icky, she's doing it, and I really did feel this. It wasn't like I had to kind of like think about it. Like the movie, I think, does do a good job that she was doing it to get Dean his money and get him away from them, and she was doing it to really kind of be a mom to get this guy, because this guy's gonna hound them. How else are they gonna, like it's so just get the problem away, solve it, even though it sucks, right?
Right.
So
you're right. So what you said could have worked, but instead they choose to really kind of make him the savior, because he's like, I don't even want the money now. Like, I
am glad they did that, because it would not have worked. Because then I was kind of like, wait, I don't really know if I want Dean and Max to end up together, but he does actually have a heart and a conscience, and he's like, ew, no, this is gross. I don't even want this guy's money.
Yeah.
And it is really fun that now he's involved in
and again,
so
rewatching it in the beginning, even though what he does with Paige is awful, he is like really sweet to her, like the wedding night, and just like,
I was actually thinking a different movie, because some of these comedies back in this era are kind of mean. I talk about it on the show sometimes a lot, where like some dialogue back in like the 90s and 2000s were like mean and rude and like.
And it's funny
rough.
Now you've reminded me, because I know I said that for the most part I didn't get any ick from this movie, but right before Tenzi dies, he says, "I'm much more powerful than you," which does feel off. But then I'm like, no, but that makes us be like, okay, I'm not too sad that he died, because maybe he is just like this.
And his death is so funny. That whole dead body stuff and the boner and
she's like, always something in your mouth.
Yeah. Like it's so. What's nice is this is really a good blend of the physical stuff, the tripping, the all that, the body falling, that like kind of classic. Oh my god, that classic kind of comedy, but with some really great fast. Like I had to rewind it sometimes to hear some of this great jabby dialogue.
Another line I really liked is when Max goes, "Rich people like that are already suspicious enough," or whatever. Like when you like talking to Palm Beach.
I love their whole boat ride scoping out guys. I love that so much. That is like
more like menage a cinq.
And then it's like, oh god, yes, it's such a fun scene for them, and they're literally cruising. They're cruising, looking around. Like it's just so clever. So much of this works so well for me. But no, I do like that Ray's character has a heart, and it does make sense that they do kind of stick it out. But what I was going to say was, in the beginning, because these movies back then could have like a bit of an edge, when Angela, quote unquote, when Max falls asleep on her wedding night, which again, I like full circle. Jennifer Paige does that to Jack, same exact thing, falling asleep, although this time we see
but that shot of her when she opens her eyes and she's crying, and that's
it's so sad. Yes, it's beautiful. Right. We didn't see that earlier because Sigourney was really selling it, right? But for a second, maybe also because it's Ray Liotta, and I know he can get a little, and I know in this movie he gets a little shady and a little dark. I was just like, man, this movie could have been different if he's like, well, she's sleeping. She's, I'm just going to start to do stuff with her or something. Like, thank God, because they could have made him more of a dirty guy. Right. So I like how it's the whole thing's pretty safe. It's no one's doing anything that I guess, gross,
And every wedding day.
Can we not go somewhere I can relate to you
intimately?
Is payday.
Whoa, wait a minute.
You're a mother? I feel like vomiting.
You two are gonna dry up in some filthy lockdown with bad lighting.
I do like when Paige says, "Don't you ever flop me without my consent." Yes. The Kevin Nealon stuff is so fun. Hold on.
Can I grab your nuts?
Can I? Oh yeah. And she goes, salty. When I was a kid, seeing that in the theater, we all like grabbed her. We all, salty nuts, right? Oh yeah, one thing that was kind of funny is Tenzi calls that woman who says, there's no smoking here. He puts his,
the champagne,
and he goes Nazi. I'm like, whoa, okay, like that was kind of extreme, but all right.
And then the very next shot, he's got another cigarette already.
And how funny! Also, this was 2001 was the year of statue dicks falling off, because just 2 months prior was The Wedding Planner, and there's a whole sequence with like the penis coming off of the statue and Matthew McConaughey. So very funny.
That's funny. I've never seen that.
Oh,
but
you haven't seen
my
it?
best
Okay.
friend's wedding, there's the icicle.
Yes, you're so right, which I just recently rewatched. I love that one. Wedding Planner is good. It's not like amazing, but yeah, you could check that out sometime if you ever want. You're like, nah. What else? Would you rather have my heel up your ass? Who told you I'm into that? That's a great line.
I think I want to just talk about the LGBTQ angle. Because
tell me, yeah.
What you're like? I watched rom-coms, but yeah, Heartbreakers was a movie that wasn't really about romance, and I think that even Romeo and Michelle, it was about friendship, and so I feel like when you're gay and young and closeted, you can't really relate to the rom-coms that much, or you're wishing you were seen more. So I feel like you're able to kind of more vicariously connect with chick flicks that aren't about getting the guy per se. And this had a little bit of everything. That's why
that's a good point.
It's because it made me think of Muriel's Wedding when we said like my best friend's wedding.
Yes. Oh God, one of the best. Yeah, the prime love story here is kind of, even though it doesn't really hit you over the head, which I kind of like, is really ultimately mom letting daughter have freedom, because because of mom's ex partner who Paige's dad, we get those little kernels of info. She's been so hurt by the past that she wants to protect her daughter.
Bit of like Thelma and Louise light.
Yes. Right. Yeah. And there are some heavy lines. I wrote, "Men don't turn women down." Whoa. It's
what about there's only one man in the world?
Yes, when she says that to Jason Lee, it's like, ooh.
What does that mean?
That they're all bad. Like, no. Like, there's only one man in the world, meaning a cheater. Like that.
Only one kind of man. See, that's still being like a kid.
I think maybe what you just said might have been the stronger way to say it. There's only one kind of man in the world, right? But there's only one man in the world. Yeah. But that was a heavy line. Also, when Max as Aunt. Oh yeah, we don't know Aunt's name, do we? Oh, she tells us, but when she's Paige's cousin or Jane's cousin or whatever, she says to Jack on the beach, everything to do with weddings is bad. Betty. Thank you. Yeah, I wonder why IMDb didn't add Betty to the list. Come on. But like now I want to do like a collage of all of their faces as their different characters for a social post. But when she said that, I thought like, ooh, dark. We're getting dark. When she says everything to do with weddings is bad luck to Jack, it's like, and again, coming from the woman who, the person who has had.
Even I've got the lotion. Who's got the?
Yes. Oh yes. That whole little boat scene. Yeah. It really, I think it's just such a strong movie. I really hope people find it more. You know what it needs to do? Maybe it's been on there and I just never noticed it. It needs to be on Netflix. It needs to be one of those random old movies that reaches like the top 5 on Netflix.
And then everyone,
and people rediscover it or discover it for the first time.
I was teaching the youngins. One of my coworkers at my job in her early 20s, she had never seen it, and she went crazy for it.
Oh, I love that.
She's like 21. She's a sweetheart, but she loved it so much. So I'm like, it's
I'd love that. There are so many great moments in the movie, but I'd say maybe because of my queer self, the ones that pop out to me the most are 3. The hair getting caught in Ray's zipper, and then we see that that's a wig, which is kind of funny because it's so close to her real kind of hair.
I know.
But I do love that like very Valerie, that slow motion, like very Charlie's Angels. But so the opening with like getting the almost blowjob. Number 2 would be USSR, the song, because it's just so damn fun. And seeing Ray Liotta in his underwear tied up, it was a moment for 14-year-old Mark. It was or 13. I don't know. I guess I was 13. I was just like, whoa. And again, one last line that was so great is woman.
I've got frostbite. Is that frostbite? or something. Yeah.
But that woman from Jeepers Creepers, she says to him, well, first of all, Sigourney says, "Kiss my foot and apologize."
Gosh,
and
yeah.
she and Jennifer have the line "good boy" to their separate men in the movie. So I thought that was a fun little theme. But I love the
Yeah.
line, "How about I sit
Ooh.
on your kinky face while you think about
Think
it?" 'Cause
about it.
she wants
Yeah.
some extra money. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that is just such a great scene.
She's like, that'll be another 20 or 50 or
But can you
whatever.
just like imagine? I mean, hey, you work out, you're in good shape, but can you imagine you're like in your late 40s? Because I looked up, I think Ray Liotta was like around 47, right?
That's all?
Oh, you thought he was
Wow.
older at the time?
I guess so. It's so
He
weird
always
when
kind of
we're
seemed
younger.
old. Yeah,
Yeah.
he always seemed, but no, but he was near 50. I think he was a little bit younger than Sigourney. But like, can you imagine? I don't know, like middle aged and like showing your bod like that. Like that's badass. I think that. I mean, it
Yeah.
looked great, but like,
Mhm.
I mean, as you get older, you kind of take your clothes off a little less, or So I'm just like, hey, you go, boy. I love it.
Yeah. He
Right?
probably had a certain routine to get ready for this movie.
I would
for
probably,
sure.
yeah. He's like, if the girls look this good, I gotta look good too.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sigourney Weaver, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Ray Liotta,
Oh, look at all the fish. I got it.
Jason Lee, and Gene Hackman.
Let me in.
Oh,
I have a surprise.
I'm naked.
I don't see a problem there.
What is your favorite look for each of the women? Dress, wig. What is your favorite? Like when you think of Jennifer, and
It
Sigourney
has
in
to
Heartbreakers?
be. It has to be the hot pink dress.
The
when
hot
she
pink
first
dress
goes
for
into the
Jennifer?
bar.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the swamp dress is kind of like
Mm.
shiny and amazing, but it's kind of lost in the dark in a way. Like I don't really ever get to see
Yeah.
it. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
the pink dress for sure, which I think is
Yes.
the poster.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
Yep,
my
you
God.
got it. Oh yeah.
Oh, I love
Yep.
this poster too. The caution tape, like, oh my God.
I love it too.
And-
I do kind of wish Ray was on it though, right? Or maybe I
Yeah.
don't. I mean,
Yeah.
Gene is the main kind of con of the movie, or
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm just kind of like, oh, that there's even though it's a small leading group, I'm just like, oh, can we put them all on there? Because it feels like we're missing someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, real quickly,
Mm.
Royal Tenenbaums was also that year, so that was just again like he
Oh,
went out with
see,
a bang. There
and that
is
must have
some,
been later in the year, right? For like awards time. So okay, wow,
yeah.
he had okay.
There is a foreign poster that Ray is on,
Yes,
and it's
which looks a
really
little
fun.
funky. Yeah,
Yeah,
where they're, I think they're in the center. The ladies are in the center, and the guys are on either side of them. Yeah.
where am
Let me
I
see.
looking? Hello.
Where? Oh,
Oh, I don't think it does it
whoa!
because of
How
my
funny! You just totally disappeared, but I know exactly what you mean. Yeah,
hello.
I.
Yeah, with the they're in the hearts.
They're like
Yeah,
in a
so
heart. Yeah,
that's
it's
cute. I
very
mean, I
like
would have.
Euro. You know.
Maybe it was like the quad poster. Like maybe some
Yes.
theaters had it or
But it
something,
is
like a
funny.
billboard.
It's like as if Wild Things was, especially with the Florida swamp connection. It
Oh,
is as if Wild Things was a fun PG-13 colorful romp. Which I
yeah.
mean, Wild Things is a fun
I
colorful
mean,
romp.
I don't want to be political, but like obviously, like the thought of Florida right now doesn't do much for me. But I mean, I'm from
Yeah,
the
I
East Coast.
know.
Like I have very amazing
Mm.
memories in Florida, so it is
Oh
nice when
yeah.
you see it kind of like just displayed for how
Oh
magical and
yeah.
gorgeous it can
I
be.
just went to Orlando for a quick little getaway to just ride some rides and feel some warmth in early February. And rewatching this, I'm like, what's up with me? Why do I want to visit Florida again?
Yeah.
This is strange,
Well, they have this
right?
special gay airport that just lands you in the castle, so you don't have to deal. You just land right
Right? You
into
don't have to
the.
actually
It's
like, yeah,
expensive,
like,
but
yeah,
yeah.
there you go, right? Okay, yeah. No need to, actually get involved with
Right.
Florida,
Yeah.
proper. That's so funny, Deb. Well, any other trivia you found? Any other things you wanted to share before we go? Oh, real quick,
No.
what was your favorite look for Sigourney? You gave me the
Oh,
hot
oh,
pink dress for Jennifer.
oh.
Is there
I
a
thought about
look
it
or a
last night.
wig?
It's
What do you think?
ma- it's like a really shiny thing.
Oh, yeah. Is it like I feel like she's wearing like a shiny silvery kind of blazer at some
It's
point.
not.
Am I
It's
right
not.
or
It's
something?
not. It's not when she's Betty, is it? Hold on.
I love when she does that reveal early on when Dean thinks
In the
he's gonna
bedroom.
get it. Yeah, in the bedroom. Whoa, that like bodice or whatever it's called. When
Yeah.
she does that reveal, it's like, whoa, girl. Man, she was in hot shape. My God. And she still looks amazing. She still is so beautiful.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I wish I can't pinpoint it, but yeah.
Yeah. So
but yeah, it's like a very like sequency, glittery, shiny.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I
And
think
again,
I know exactly what you mean.
People often post digital versus film. Like even with, I don't care about Harry Potter, but people were showing the old and the new, and someone commented like, "God, digital is just so washed out and bland." And you know, it's hard and it's expensive to shoot on film, but it is crazy when you watch Heartbreakers and you're like, this looks more alive, colorful, and gorgeous than, you know, a comedy that's coming out.
Wow. You're so right. You're so right. Yeah. Huh. Well,
It's just a bummer.
luckily we can rewatch it. Luckily we can live in this colorful Floridian world.
Let's rally to get 4K Heartbreakers.
Seriously, 4K Blu-ray. I'd love to actually see this in the theater again. I think that'd be such a fun.
Well, I'll let you know, because LA, I think that was the only time, because I mean they do a lot of throwbacks here, but again, Heartbreakers just might not have enough of a following.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we're restarting some love for it.
But Sugar and Spice, that got a midnight showing at the New Beverly. So that even though Drop Dead Gorgeous is the higher echelon of that one I didn't expect. Was that 2001 as well?
Yes, that was January 2001. I just talked about that on the show. Yeah, Marley had that and Valentine back to back. And it is so fun. I forgot how like fun and darkly like silly that one is too.
I think
well,
what I
that's
didn't get
a good sign.
Yeah, that was I wanted to,
because that is a deeper cut. I do think for me, like Sugar and Spice, even when it came out, I didn't see that in theaters when it came out. Like that was sort of like under the radar for a while. Where Heartbreakers, I remember the commercials, like this had more buzz, maybe because of the cast. I don't know.
I remember. Wait, I do have one more thing to say.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's on the deleted scene or anything, but the trailer had a shot of them on a bridge and cash went flying everywhere out of the car.
Oh.
And I remember being like, and Oops, I Did It Again was playing in the trailer too. And I feel like that was so perfect. It's either Oops, I Did It Again or Blue Cantrell's Hit 'Em Up style, the Hey Lady. Anyway,
Hey Lady. Oh, that's
I don't
so
know.
perfect.
I don't know what scene that would have been connected to or what, or
Well,
was like an accident. But there was it might have just been, I mean, I've heard they would do stuff just for trailers sometimes.
I know, which is always, I don't like that. I
don't
love
think
a little
anymore that really happens.
Well,
but,
I feel like sometimes
I know Gabrielle Union said they had shot some extra Clover stuff, sadly, for the trailer to kind of, reach
and I think
different markets.
Right. I was going to say, I remember because I rewatched the trailer last summer for its 25th, and I was like, wait, what is that?
But I should have watched the Heartbreakers trailer before this. I didn't. But yeah, I think it was a TV
I didn't either.
spot
But I'm going to put,
about.
I've always put the trailers in the episodes anyway, so I will rewatch. But yeah, now I'm curious. Well, there's also one other thing I want to say before we go. J Love looks so friggin' hot in this like purple workout outfit. She's like on the treadmill.
Oh, and she falls off the treadmill in the trailer.
That's not in the movie.
That's not
right?
in the movie. Yeah. Okay, so there's two things.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's an image that's when you Google like Heartbreakers 2001, that image of them like working out, I guess, in like the hotel gym. It's beautiful. Like you see like the beautiful water behind her, but she looks beautiful. And I think Sigourney's wearing something
when
great
she does
as
her
well.
curly hair too.
Yes. It's kind of like a crimped curly. I do love that Jennifer had different hairstyles in the movie that was like as Paige or Jane, but like not as wigs. I was like, okay, we're like trying all sorts of styles here, Anyway, no, I'm so glad you wanted to do this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank your listeners for voting for it, because you were like, we'll see. I was like,
I was like, people were like,
don't doubt Heartbreakers.
Right? Because I was like, I wasn't sure because not enough people talk about it. So I was like, it'd be really fun, but we'll see. So this was immediate. People were like, oh my God, Heartbreakers. And when you said I'll come on, I was like, done. That's the one. My annual Dev
I will
visit.
see you a year from tonight for Bend It Like Beckham's 25th anniversary.
Wow, is that next year? Okay, that was
for
2002
theatrical United States release.
Yes.
And I know you follow that usually.
Yeah,
so.
I usually just do the US. Yeah, exactly. You know.
Can we do that one?
Okay, I'll put that on my list. All right, I'll think about it.
Have you ever seen it?
I saw it a long time ago. It's been years.
Yeah.
I saw it. That was a big deal. That was Kira's like.
It's because
debut.
I get kind of defensive because I saw She's the Man and it's cute, but I love Bend It Like Beckham, and it is the most successful soccer movie ever made. So,
Right. I remember hearing that, which is amazing because
I mean, She's the Man
it's a
probably
British
got
movie.
close number. Yeah.
Wasn't it? It was like technically, yeah. Oh yeah, She's the Man I Do Love. Yeah, that'll be next on the show. But no, I am so glad I had. So thank you, Dev. Thank you, listeners, for doing this
Thank
because
you.
I really wanted to talk about Heartbreakers.
Thank you for those that are still here 96
Thank you.
minutes later.
Yeah, you're so right. Oh, I love how I say it's going to be an hour, and I'm like, I can't edit this forever. And now here we are. But hey, well, at least it was a really fun chat and a great.
And I'm at the beach.
Reason to see
so
you, and you're at
I'm
the
just
beach.
gonna
You're
go
ready to
lay
go
my-
have a $3 martini, you lucky bitch. Oh my god, just be careful where you kick the door open. I thought for a second the bar door was going to just fall right off from all her.
I was gonna say this must have been like right before cigarettes started going south, but she makes them look good. You know,
There's
Carrie
a lot of
Bradshaw
smoking.
style.
Yes, it's so funny.
just-
She makes them look hot, and Jean makes them look atrocious.
I know.
Well, thanks, Dev.
You're welcome.
Bye. Wait, before I stop, are you the Paige or are you the Max? Am I the Paige? I feel like maybe because of your cleavage, you can be Paige tonight.
Thank
Are
you.
cool with
Oh my
that?
God, I am Paige. Yes,
You can be Jennifer, and I'll be Sigourney. I might be older than you. I was born in '87. When were you born? I'll cut this part out.
98. So. Oh, fuck off.
Okay, daughter. All right. Well, on that note, now I'm gonna stop recording.
You're Barbara.
Oh my god.
And I'm Zach Galifianakis. That's it.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
can't-
That's
no, I'm
all
kidding.
right. Sure.
Heartbreakers.
Oh, do you have any idea how much therapy you people need?
Oh, well, that was so much fun. And everybody, it's not a proper Heartbreakers conversation without mentioning the very random cameo by singer Sean Colvin. Yeah, remember Sonny Came Home? Sonny came home with a vengeance, or whatever that was. A song I still love. I mean, it's been around for probably close to 30 years by now, right? Well, that is her in the movie randomly as the wedding minister. And she's also on the movie soundtrack as well. We hear her music, so I don't know what the connection was. I was looking around. Maybe someone out there knows. Maybe she was friends with the producers, with the director. I don't know. But we forgot about Sean, and how dare we? Thank you, everybody, for listening to or watching this episode, and thank you to my friend, the great Devin Lotfi, for always being a great talker. Make sure you follow him online if you're not already, and listen to his great podcast, I Don't Want to Hear That, all about the comeback, which I am so happy is back, and yes, I have finally started season 3. Love, love, love. Follow me too while you're at it at Release Date Rewind to see more of this convo and more mother-daughter antics. Thank you, Straw Hut. Thank you, You Run Podcast Network, and Kyle Motzinger for the theme song. Next time, everybody, we are talking Bynes, Tatum, and Shakespeare. And that is She's the Man. Bye.